Did you see my video, social distancing is bullshit? Right? I'm so fucking tired of this coronavirus bullshit. I mean, there is definitely an individual liberty aspect to masks. And whatever, I ain't gonna get into that. Masks aren't the worst part. It's the actual instruction of social distancing and staying 6 feet away from other people, because it's bullshit, right? It's psychologically damaging to people to never have human contact. And on top of severely hindering a person's ability to have human contact, you've also got the damage just from the lack of ability to socialize. Now, some people aren't this fucking crazy. They won't just refuse to talk to somebody because they're speaking and they're so concerned about, but there are a lot of people like that. Surprisingly, there are a good amount of people who just won't even get in a person's vicinity unless it's somebody who lives with them. Like, they really believe they've got a little fucking cocoon in their house that's germ-free. And anyways, social distancing, man, staying 6 feet away. You know, I wonder when they were fucking designing this, you know, the Democrat governors everywhere were going, hey, all right, so how serious is this coronavirus? You know, and I don't know how much information they get. I don't know how much information Trump gets. Of course, we all got to guess. We can only go off of what they tell us. Occasionally, we might get another fact, but facts aren't even facts nowadays, in case you didn't notice that, because I'm just going to bring up the fucking Biden family relating to the laptop. Now, there's all this damaging information. Looks like that Joe Biden may have committed treason while he was vice president. So now the Democrats just call it disinformation put out by a foreign head of state. There's no way to fucking tell. We're not seeing it personally. We're going to get some of that information released to us, but there's no way for us to tell who's telling the truth. This is just kind of what happens all the time. Now, people don't get rocked by scandals anymore. They just put the fucking blame on somebody else. All part of this victim culture. But I wonder when these Democrats are sitting down planning out this corona shit going, I wonder how serious it is. Is it really that serious? Well, maybe it's a little serious. Well, let's see what this president does, since we want to... Our first thought is, you know, let's do something to fuck Trump right in the ass. Right? And if you don't believe that, there's some pretty basic and clear evidence of that. In the very beginning, when he was concerned about it, he did the travel ban, and he did some other things, mostly the travel ban, but he did some other things that indicated that he was concerned about the safety of people. And while he was doing that, there were Democrats all over, you know, of course, notably fucking Pelosi, doing just the opposite, just because they wanted to fucking say fuck Donald Trump. So when Trump talked about doing a lockdown, but didn't want to talk about mandatory masks and wanted to say masks are up to the city, that's when the Democrat governors decided, well, I guess the best way to fuck with them is to make masks mandatory and try to piss people off. But I wonder if in their think tank, when they were deciding how they were going to handle this, they thought about what's going to happen to people who are single. Well, what's going to happen to people who are together with some, who live with somebody who don't get along, where their relationship just fucking implodes and then explodes on their fucking neighbors, on themselves, how many domestic violence calls, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? And how many people who are single who are just now, you know, you're putting them in a position where they can't go out and meet anybody. I mean, you're not just saying, like, don't get laid, like there's a deadly STD out there. You're not even saying, like, you just don't touch anybody. Don't touch anything. Don't get near anybody. Basically, don't let anybody fucking breathe on you. If they don't have a mask on, they're a murderer. You are making it so that single people cannot get laid. Ever. Guess their new relationship can't even get fucking laid. Okay? Did you ever think about that? I mean, what options are there? You know? I mean, I'm not into forcing somebody to do that. That's not me. I don't fucking believe in that. And I don't like hookers. You know? It's not my thing either. So, if you're not already in a relationship, what are you supposed to do? Just wait it out? Oh, it could be another 2 years. You hear the fucking liberal left saying, really? 2 more fucking years? 2 more years before I can start going to concerts or fucking bars normally, where somebody might actually want to fucking talk to me and go home with me and not be worried that they're automatically going to die from this inflated fucking fear? Are you fucking kidding me? You know what? I got an idea. You're so fucking smart. You want to handle everything for everybody. You want to be socialist. You want the government to be the big babysitter. But you start sending some people around. Like you can take all the girls that are single, and they can put all their information into a queue, and then all the guys that are single can say, "Hey, I'm single and I'm lonely, and now we're in this coronavirus lockdown, so I'll get a COVID test and send me a fucking COVID tested woman." And you guys just start in the government, because socialism's where the government does everything for you, right? Maybe the government could start babysitting and delivering relationships, right? Maybe that'll be next on their agenda. But they got to do fucking something, because telling us we just can't be around people is bullshit. That's it.